the peoples of our world live their lives blessed by the powers of mana. For millennia, we have lived and died this way. And so we shall forevermore, as each land continues its long tradition seeing the appointed alms off on their pilgrimage to the Mana Tree.
Visions of Mana, Square Enix's brand new entry in the decade-spanning action RPG Mana series. I absolutely love RPGs. I love action RPGs, JRPGs, but I'll be lying to you guys if I told you guys I was well versed in the Mana series. I am not. But what does a newcomer to the franchise think so far in the first couple of hours of this brand new Visions of Mana game? Let's talk about it. The story. Well, I'm only about 5 hours into the game, and this story seems to be about love, friendships, and what people are willing to go through in order to save the people that they care about. You're going to run into your typical JRPG anime like character tropes. You see, each one of these characters has been pre-chosen by fate or destiny, whatever you want to call it, and to sacrifice themselves to the great mana tree in order to ensure that the rest of the world can go on living. But what are the consequences of those that decide to take fate into their own hands? For those that don't want to die, who don't want to give up life so that others may live. I am only 5 hours into the game, but I really do hope that they explore deeper and get into some dark territories of what happens when you don't want to sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Auron? Auron, it hurts. My body won't move.
Liza? Liza! No! What's happening? Wait! No! You'll be fine. Just...
Auron, I'm sorry.
If you haven't noticed yet, this game is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it is beautiful. And I think this game is the perfect example of not needing ultra super realistic graphics to where you can see a person's pores opening up, you can see sweat coming out their pores. No, we don't. Every game doesn't have to be a crazy realistic experience. You can take an anime type of art style and you can make it very pretty and colorful and vibrant. And that's what this game does very well. And I really do hope that we see more games take a step back and say we don't need ultra realistic graphics in order to make a beautiful game. Now, as far as combat goes, you have your typical leveling up system. You buy different armor sets and weapons and the typical stuff you expect. You got your heavy attack, your light attack combos. You have magic attacks. It's nothing that we really haven't seen before. One thing that I'm not so fond of in the very beginning of the game is that most of the enemies you run across are pretty much they don't seem very intimidating. They just seem like your typical little bubbly cute enemy here, your little cute little unintimidating wolf there. You know, I haven't really ran across anything that looks quite intimidating or opposing. uh I did run into a level 50 enemy out of nowhere in the very beginning of the game, but I mean, outside of that, you know, I mean, I hope that the enemy design does change further on out, but you know, I'm only a couple hours in. As far as the combat system goes, if you played something like Grand Blue Fantasy, you pretty much know what you're getting here. Now, one area of the game where I'm skeptical about is the open world. It seems to be like there's not much to do. I mean, it's wide open. You got collectibles here, you got treasure chests there. They don't ever really amount to much of anything. I mean, you open up a treasure chest, you get a piece of candy. You know, you got this glowy thing over there. You know, there's hundreds of glowy things all over the map. You know, but it's not so far. There's really nothing to go off the beaten path for. There's nothing secretive, nothing quite crazy to search for. No, I enjoy, you know, game design that makes me want to explore, where I'm excited to search every nook and cranny of the map. And so far, there's really no real reason to go off the beaten path, you know, and I hope that changes, but who knows? So, what do I think of Visions of Mana after the first couple of hours? It's fun. It's a decent time so far. I don't think that they are really reinventing the wheel with anything. I mean, I feel like we've seen all of this before, from the gameplay to the action RPG elements. I don't feel like they've really done anything different. But I think if you're a fan of the series, why not pick it up? It's not, you know, a bad game so far. They didn't really take that next leap forward. I will say the story premise is very, very, very interesting, and I hope that they really get dark and explore deeper themes, and they don't remain surface level. I mean, this story has the premise to really tug on your heartstrings, and I hope they really pull the trigger on that and just full send it, and just make it hurt, you know, make me feel something, make me tear up inside. If you're not a fan of action RPGs, or really RPGs in general, this game is not going to change your mind. But if you are into these type of games, I don't see why you shouldn't give it a try. If you're on the fence, I mean, you know, why not just wait for a deep sale or anything of that, you know? I don't think they tried to go above and beyond and knock, you know, anyone's socks off with this game. And sometimes, you know, that's okay. I do wish they just full sent it and just went all out with the story and the action elements of the game. But hey, here we are. So these are my thoughts after the first few hours of Visions of Mana. If you made it this far, please like the video. It's going to help my channel grow and be seen by new people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until next time, it's your boy, C Wavy. I'm out of here, folks.
Hey.